to another episode of The Harold Knows Nothing
Nothing.
Podcast. We got Scott, Black Rambo in the
You.
building. We also got Christy G, who definitely got the avatar smacking out the park in the
Oh
building.
yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to come in with a big ass explosion like I just crashed through. Remember like the Kool-Aid commercial? Oh yeah, when you just crashed through the fucking door.
I was so afraid of that dude.
Oh my god, was that like home invasion? Like
You're
because he
afraid of
did
the
that, like,
Kool-Aid?
Yeah, he was no joke.
and he said, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. I was
How
like,
can
that's
you be
no.
scared of him?
I was like, he's gonna come crashing through my house. Like, I don't know. It's scary. It was scary.
So you thought the Kool-Aid guy was coming to get you?
Yeah, I didn't like him.
Well, some people it's clowns, other people it's midgets,
Oh my God, I have
some
a
people it's the
friend of a,
Kool-Aid man.
a friend of a friend, and he legit is afraid of midgets. I don't know what that word is, but he's like, you're too damn close.
No, I'll be honest with you. And I told this story before. You may not have been on the podcast, but literally, I got jumped by some midgets in New York, in Staten Island. There was a midget house. It's not funny. I was traumatized from that shit.
Yo,
So, like these little
yo.
motherfuckers, they look like little kids though from a distance. You gotta understand this. Like, please hold it down. Understand. They look like like little kids from a distance. So I was talking, like I heard somebody say, like, move your young ass, and I'm like, hey, shut your little ass up. Right now, I'm like 7, 8 years old, like 8, 9, like yeah, like 8, 9, right? And I'm like, yo, I'll smack your little ass. You know what I mean? Because I was still taller than him. You know what I mean? At least from a distance, and I still was when I ran up on him, but there was a crew of them niggas. There was a whole crew of them. Now, listen, I keep telling you this shit ain't funny. So they jumped me. They jumped me. I ran back to my mom. I was like, yo, she's like, they grown people, boy. I was like, they, they were trying to wear me out, man. I swear to God. Their little hands are swinging like crazy. You know what I mean? Shit. I felt like I was getting smacked even though they was punching me. It was crazy, but I got away. You know what I mean? To this day,
Wow.
I use a couple of those karate moves I've learned from movies. Basically, I ran. I just got the fuck up out of
Because
there.
you had
Those people
longer
was
legs.
yes. You know what I mean? I had
Because
them
you had
stiff
longer
muscles like
legs.
they got. Yo, listen. They was on me, bro. They was on me. I was like, yo, what the fuck? He's like, I told you, little motherfucker. I was like, damn, you the little motherfucker. He's getting madder because I'm like, you are the little motherfucker. How you gonna say, hey, you little motherfucker, when you really one is little?
Oh
I'm
God,
nine
boy.
years old. I'm taller than you. How the fuck is I'm the little motherfucker? You know? But it is what it is. I ain't hold
Oh
no
my
grudges.
God.
Shout out to them little shady
Oh God,
motherfuckers.
I'm crying.
There's no way they
Don't
should have
cry.
been shut your little ass up. I'm like, you the little motherfucker. But they were strong.
Did it say?
Strong.
Did they have a lot of bass? Did it say "Shut your
No,
little ass
dude.
up"?
No, he did. That's what I'm saying. He still had a high voice, so it might as well been a doll. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Like this shit ain't even cool. They
Oh
tricked the shit
no,
out of
you
me.
ain't say you got attacked by a bunch of Chucky dolls, did you?
Pretty much. They was dead on
You
my
got you
ass.
got
They
attacked. You got
hard.
attacked
They
by a
was dead
bunch of
on me.
Chucky dolls.
They made that shit. They made that shit work. Well, in other news today, since we're laughing at my plight against the little people, in
Oh
other news
God,
today,
oh I'm dying.
um, apparently the person that um, uh, was the Don wants to appoint to a position will will not state publicly that it's not okay for him to try to run for a third election. So I don't even know how that's a question. That's like something that we can't do, right?
They've all been talking about that for a minute.
Yeah, constitutionally you cannot do it. Like literally, the Congress, the Senate and the House would have to pass a fucking bill into law changing the Constitution, and then it's got to pass and it's probably got to pass the Supreme Court too.
But they're all on his
Mm.
side.
Not all of them, but a number of them, a number.
I
No, a
don't
large
think
number.
so.
He
Yeah.
appointed a lot.
The
He appointed a lot.
majority is gonna rule, and nobody says no to this dude. Nobody.
Yes, they do. You said no.
I don't see.
You
Nah.
said no to the passport. You said no to a whole lot of stuff.
Nobody listens
Yeah.
to
You made it
him.
happen.
Yeah, but remember, Christy, you're not alone.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. So
Okay, let's hear it.
I think
Okay.
that
What?
so my friend him and his girlfriend went, well, she's from Ecuador, but they're looking at options of getting the fuck out of
Yes.
here. And he's like, you know what, Ecuador is just, it's too dangerous, right? So, but anyway, they did their research and whatever, and so they're going to Panama. So I think we're all gonna go to Panama on
The
vacation.
country that we just took over again?
We didn't take Panama over.
Yes, we did.
Low key, yes, we did.
Yes, we took it over again. They blew that motherfucker up. It's the infrastructure is kind of fucked up, and we took the we took the Panama because he claimed that Panama was going to try to give the canal back to China, so we ended up taking that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Oh, good.
And that, like I say, that's low key. Panama's, they use the American dollar. They use our currency. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. So, I mean,
I'm just gonna go to fucking
I
Cayman.
got a question though. I got a question. Is like you already said that the girlfriend is from Ecuador. She's Ecuadorian. Is her boyfriend Caucasian?
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm asking is like I'm just curious. Yeah, I was just curious about how adventuresome you might be. Just saying. It's like I know wherever you go in the world is dangerous, but what are your expectations of safety?
I mean, her family, they don't go out at night. Like, I mean,
What the fuck?
it's dangerous. And they kept saying, like, keep your phones in your pockets, keep your wallets in
Yeah,
your
because
pockets.
they ride by in this. They have mad videos of them riding by in the scooter and just making you a victim.
Yeah,
No,
just
full
snatching
fledged.
shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
look up the Panama thing. That
Jaleesa was
motherfucker.
thinking Honduras.
By the time we're able to get anywhere, that he's just gonna own the whole world, unfortunately.
You think so? Come on.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep blowing people up.
No,
I mean, I think he's gonna have his time, and it's gonna be. How long does he have left in his term?
I don't.
shit, this
Too
is
long.
26,
Yeah.
28. So two more years, a little bit
He
more
can
than 2
take
more years.
over the world in
Yeah.
2 years. He got that.
In 2 years, nothing's gonna happen.
No.
2 years, he's gonna have the whole world in his hands.
Yeah, if he
Our
buys a
army,
globe.
our armed forces. Yeah, I'm saying our armed forces are not big enough to take on the whole entire world at the same damn time. No, no.
He'll start recruiting all you guys.
And there ain't enough sanctions. There ain't
Yeah,
enough
you
sanctions
guys.
in the world that we could put on.
Hold
Shit.
up. Who guys? Who are the guys?
I don't know.
Who?
Yeah,
You
I'm
said
just curious.
you guys. I'm one old as hell, gladly, and gladly because once they raise that shit to a certain age, I was like, man, y'all bullshit now. I'm out of age. I definitely wouldn't be going to bat for nothing that a if the politician was going to put on a uniform right out there with me, I'm with you. But if you're not, there's no way. I don't care what you look like, what part are you on. I'm not with it because it's easy to give orders for people to go out there and do something when you ain't got to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like raising the draft thing, it doesn't matter.
And as much as I love as much as I enjoyed the military and it did great things for me, they already got 28 out of me. I'm good.
Yeah, ain't nobody going there. And even look at a lot of people that either voted for this guy or not. Like a lot of them are having buyer's remorse right now with the gas prices and everything else. The jig is up. You know what I mean? Chaos
Mhm.
is ensuing. It hasn't been 2 years. The economy's in a dump. Um,
They just won in
but-
Indiana.
hmm?
They just won in
What?
Indiana, the Republicans,
Mm.
on some sort
Did
of
you think they wouldn't?
special
It's
election.
Indiana. It's Indiana. It's Midwest.
I'm just
That's not like
saying. I'm just
a
saying his
normally.
approval rating is like fucking 30% or something in the toilets. So you would think that, you know, I don't know, some people would smarten up.
Well, how are they going to spartan up when they feel like
Still Republican Senate and
if
Congress.
well, not just that. If the people, she's talking about the people, as far as the constituency, brightening up or figuring out that everyone's for themselves. These people are playing big money favor games, with budgets and all kinds of stuff. So I wouldn't assume that. Thank you, Magic Movie. Um, I would. They don't care. I know people that just don't want to admit they were wrong, so they don't care if this whole thing goes in the dump, as long as they're not saying they're
Yeah.
wrong. Shout out to Judy.
As long as
So
hey, hey, like you and I always say, those are the people that just want to be right, not just right.
yeah, no matter what. So I mean, that's what they're gonna do.
Hmm.
So I didn't get to see the Mike Jack
Yeah.
movie yet. I'm gonna see it before Sunday. So Sunday I'm gonna pod on it so I can really give you a good in depth my feeling on the whole thing. And I've heard mixed reviews. Some saying it's good, some saying it's not. Some people just want to see dirt. Some people just want to see dirt about Mike.
Maybe
I hate that. I really hate that. You know what I mean? Like it didn't. Some of the stuff
maybe
didn't even match the
that's
time frame, and they still wanted to. Why wasn't this in there? And it's like it wasn't even during that time, bro.
hey, don't forget Sunday's Mother's Day.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. Oh
maybe
yeah,
we
you're
could
right.
take them out to a
So,
matinee.
ooh, that'd be dope. Take
Yeah,
mom to a matinee for Mother's
and it's
Day to
something
see Mike
different.
Jackson. Yes, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
And she wants to see it bad too. Oh, you get that? She wants to see it bad.
Yo, man,
All
you
right,
know.
fuck it. It's,
But
yeah, she wanted to see it
yo,
bad.
the, you know I got your back, like chiroprac.
Oh, I appreciate it. Hey, Christy, you have any interest in seeing a Michael Jackson movie?
I didn't know. I don't keep up with movies. You know me. I don't watch
Me?
movies.
Yeah, you don't watch too much of that stuff. Do you ever go on a date to movies? Do you go to movies at all? No.
No, I haven't in a long time.
I don't think you could stand still for that whole movie.
Yeah.
I
Why?
don't think Christy can stand still because you naturally need to move. Even if you're going out, you're like, you know what? Let's go check another bar out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you're on the move. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Your little butt be moving. You are on the move. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. I get
You want?
Hey, you
sleepy.
remember how you remember how
Mm-hmm.
going to the movies used to be super fun. Just from getting the bag in there and sneaking all your goodies in there, man. That just used to be fun.
I don't think that was any movie that Christy went to. She ain't sneak no damn snacks in there. Did you sneak any snacks in the movies,
Somebody,
Even
Christy?
even back in the day, I never really went.
Oh damn!
I
That's
mean,
why you got in trouble. You couldn't just go watch a goddamn movie. If you just
maybe
shit.
that's where I got knocked up.
that's where you went wrong. You know what I'm saying? You should have been at the matinee. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you, shit.
No, I just want. I don't watch a lot of movies. I used to be a movie buff a lot, but I definitely found myself interested in this one. So because it's closer to my generation, Mike was a super big star. You know what I mean? Like, and he was a star before I knew he was a star. Like even my mom's generation as a kid and adult, like
Hmm.
he's been a star to a lot of generations. So you know, and again, his
Yeah.
brother Jermaine is the one who sponsored the movie, produced it, or whatever. So it's definitely good. It's definitely good. Here, Jesus Christ. All right, so on to other news. There's really not outside of the Mike Jack. Um, I was trying to think about.
Ooh, I got something.
Anyway, what?
The man, the media mogul that created the 24-hour news cycle, Ted Turner, he just passed away.
Yes, yes. Matter of fact, Ted Turner is the person who brought out what CNN.
Yeah,
Is that Ted Turner? Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
CNN. CNN is Ted Turner.
Yep.
I think he had a good run.
Ted,
I think he was like 87. I think it was 87, if I remember
87. Yeah,
correctly. Yeah.
you
So
are
yeah,
correct.
shout out to Ted. 24-hour news cycle for. I think he was the first to do that, right?
Yeah.
With the
Yeah, he was the
CNN.
one that he was the one that created it. Yup.
I
Yup.
remember all those stars from CNN, Wolf Blitzer, and all those people and shit.
Wolf
Like CNN.
Blitzer.
And,
Yeah, the one
and
the
CNN
what
was supposed to
it's
be
could still.
bipartisan. It was supposed to be bipartisan, I believe,
Mhm.
when it started, but it was proven to be maybe a little bit left. I don't know, but I know it was supposed. The premise of it was supposed to be bipartisan, right, Christy?
Mhm.
CNN.
I think.
I believe so. Yeah, because I know Fox is right, and then what's the other one? MSNBC,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got MSNBC, CNN. Yeah,
Fox.
Fox.
So
Fox is a TV show.
just couldn't resist yourself, could you? But Fox,
Fox
Fox,
News.
Fox News is widely known to be Republican in stance. It's not moderate at all. I believe the moderate was supposed to be CNN, and then left again was supposed to be CSNBC or whatever it is. So they
Mm.
have moderators on there. They have anchors on there that heavily lean towards one thing or another. So,
Yeah,
eh, but I
one
think it's
version of
all
the story or
bullshit.
the other.
Yeah, I think it's all bullshit.
Hey, I
Me
have a quick
personally.
question.
Yes, answer. Ask a question, and Harold will tell you.
Scott, are you on dating sites?
I've been on one or two.
All right. Well, if you guys were on a dating site and you reach out to someone and you're like, and you're very respectful, like, hey, you're a very beautiful person. If the person's not
Mm.
interested in you, do they answer?
If the person's
What did I
not
say? If they're
interested in
not,
you,
if they're what? If they're interested in
if
me,
they're
do they
not
answer?
if if she's not interested in them or they're not interested in her, whoever posed the compliment, does the other person answer? I mean, me personally,
No,
if
don't
somebody
answer.
gives me a well, me that's your answer, right? My answer is if somebody pays me a
Yeah,
compliment, I'm always going to say thank you.
Right.
You know what
That's
I
what you
mean?
want. That's
And
what
I
I'd
will
want to
say
say.
yes, and I'll say thank you. However, I'm not interested. You know what I mean? And that's respectful. I appreciate the
yeah,
compliment, though I'm not interested. You
Oh,
know, it
yeah.
doesn't cost a lot of time to be
no,
kind
no.
in your
But
what
I
you
don't
call it.
like the second part of it. So I always just say
Yeah.
thank you, but then they come back like all excited, and I'm like,
Yes,
sorry.
that's why I said you gotta state it.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate the compliment. I'm just not interested. Thank you so much. And that's it.
Yeah.
Cost you nothing.
I think that's
Tap tap tap.
yeah. I think that's better.
Okay.
But like I said, I haven't been active in a long time, so it's like just like, hey, it is what it is.
Why haven't you been haven't been active on the dating sites?
I just haven't had, I just haven't had, much luck. So it's like, yeah,
Mm.
I'm of the school of thought now is like to be happy, make sure I'm happy with myself and my own, inside of what's going on in this brain before I, get involved with anyone. But also, I'm like, fuck it, just let it happen naturally.
Well, naturally is everyone trying to find someone. That's natural. There's no naturally like I'm gonna walk in the supermarket and bump into my soulmate. That shit ain't happening. That's the fucking movies. Um,
Well,
the
I'm
reality
not,
is,
I'm not that
if
delusional.
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying the reality is naturally is you're looking, you're hunting. You know what I mean? You're being hunted, or you're the hunter, one or the other.
Yeah.
Um, at the end of the day, if the sites don't work or haven't been working, a lot of times it's not. Again, I met plenty of good people on the sites, but my thing is when I was looking for the wrong thing, I found the wrong thing. When you're looking for the right thing, you find the right thing.
Mm.
It's kind of like one of those things. So when you're on the site, it depends what you were looking for. If I'm not having much luck, one, what am I looking for? And then what am I actually applying for? You know what I mean? So if I'm a regular
You know
mechanic,
what?
but I go and apply to be a diesel mechanic, did I really apply for the right job? Type shit.
I'll agree with you on that because I think I'm still trying to figure out what it is that I'm looking for now. You know, uh, so I'm still trying to figure that out. So that's a very valuable as to why I'm not having the quote unquote luck that I thought I should be having because like I said, I was probably looking for the wrong thing.
If you look,
Now I need to figure.
if you
Now I'm in
see,
the
I'm not, if
process of figuring out what it is I want.
one thing I notice about them sites, what you put on, people don't read a lot of those bios. They see a picture they like
Hmm.
on the male side. We click on it and off to the races. Me, I read, so I'm always reading. But a lot of people don't really read. They're seeing a picture, they're seeing, oh, they're close enough. You know what I mean? They might, skim it, but they're not really paying attention. Do you find that people aren't paying attention, Christy,
Yeah, no,
when
that's
they're
my
responding to
first.
you?
Yeah, it's the first question I have to ask them. Like, it's just
Yes.
painful. It's so stupid. I'm like,
But and you shouldn't have to ask. Like
right.
they should lead.
Yeah.
If you're leading your conversation, lead with what I read. All I know of you is what I read. So if I didn't read anything interesting of you, then I'm really not interested in you as a person. So that's my first piece of advice to women
Mm.
when men come out to talk to them on the site and they say they're beautiful or anything else. I'm not saying that you're not beautiful. But what I am saying is if you wrote anything of substance on there, they should lead with that. I noticed that you said you like art. You know what I mean? Or that you're a vegan. How is that? Even if I'm not a vegan, how is that? Do you find yourself hungry? I got plenty of shit to talk about. You know what I mean? Because now I'm interested in you as a person, right?
Hmm.
But if I lead off with, "Oh man, you have amazing eyes," you know what I mean? It's like, what else did you? My shit. There's nothing in my bio about my eyes. Like, did you read my bio? Because it's important. If you took the time to fill it out or write things down, it's important to you.
Can I say
Wouldn't you
something?
agree, Christy? What?
No.
What's
So
up?
the funny thing is that it's so bad out there. If someone just
Mm-hmm.
compliments, they do. Well, my smile usually. If they just
Mm-hmm.
compliment to me on something normal and not sexual, I honestly, I would respond to that. Like I do. Like if they're like, "Oh, you have a great smile" or whatever, then I'll say thank you. But like, so this guy said you're beautiful, whatever. I just said thanks. I'm looking for somebody local. Like I had an excuse. But then this next guy, You're very curvy. I love that. How are you, love? I'm not gonna respond to that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The, you know what that is.
Right.
How much stuff do you have on it? Do you have that you're a liberal
Yeah.
on your thing?
I don't know, but if you just use
Do
context
you have
clues,
that you're a part of leagues? Do you have that you're a part
yeah,
of leagues like which
yeah,
call? It's things that you have on there that people can engage you on.
right,
Great, you look good.
Mhm.
You looking good should have only got me to stop at the fucking page. Honestly, after that, if you don't have anything that's filled out on there that's good, why the hell should I be bothered?
right.
You know what I mean? Like, what? Where are we going to connect that outside of a physical? So outside of a physical, that's all those things mean. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's even your smile. You have a great smile, but that don't mean shit. If I'm not talking about, hey, what kind of leagues are you in? Maybe it conflicts with mine. I don't know. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be lighthearted, but we're gonna talk because we
Right.
need to talk. I need to know. I need to know you.
They don't talk.
Yes, because they're just trying to fuck. So it's easy for you to get rid of the suckers because I'm already giving you game. All the other stuff is game. It doesn't matter. Too bad. Even if the person didn't mean it, too bad. You got to lead with something more than how I look.
Yep.
One, because I'm not always going to
You
look
know
like
what?
this.
But you know what? You just brought up an excellent point, and also for for guys like me, who think that they're not having the luck that they should be having. I think you're dead on when you said it's like spend more time reading the profile than looking at the pictures.
Hmm.
Yes. If you
You
stopping
know,
every time for
yeah,
the fat
because
ass
something should
and the
grab.
glamorous smile, what are you doing? You're not looking for something. You're looking for something to look at. You can look at that shit for free online.
Mhm.
If you're looking for something to be with,
Yeah,
you're looking for something a character. You know what I mean? You look for something deeper. You know what I mean? Whatever journey that is. So the other stuff that's Comic Con, man. That's comic books. It's not real.
right.
You know what I mean? If people ain't talking to me about real stuff, I remember there was a young lady I was engaged with, not engaged to, but engaged with, like just chilling, um, doing whatever. And at the end of the day, me saying, "Hey, you know what? I see your grind, see your struggle. I can appreciate that you holding it down and doing the things that you need to do." You know what I mean? And they didn't even know how to respond to nothing like that because they're not used to people
Yeah,
seeing them. They're used to people seeing them. You feel me?
yeah.
So I was seeing that they were going to work, that they got up early, they were doing all these things, and I seen them for a few weeks doing that. So we weren't engaging in anything physical, but I seen them, and I was like, yo, I just want to let you know, I want to let you know that I see you. You know what I mean? I see what you're doing. I see what trying to do. Now, I thought there was a class A fuck up, but at the end of the day, if I see you doing the right things and making the right changes, I'm going to acknowledge that. You know what I mean? But a lot of times, all people are seeing is a way in, so they just like, yeah, I noticed you drop weight, your ass is getting fatter and stuff like that. Stuff that don't mean shit. That don't mean shit because that doesn't mean that she's gonna get up, pull her bootstraps up, go into a new industry, go in there, conquer it. Take her last, try to make it work, go in with a plan and exercise it, and come out. And still what we believe to be a male dominated industry. You know what I mean? Being a realtor, there's got to be more for me to talk to them about. There's got to
Mm.
be more to them. You know what I mean?
I
There's
actually
got to be more to them.
just yesterday I matched with another realtor, so I was super excited because I was like, that's like
Hmm.
kind of like I don't know. I just really I would love that. But so but we couldn't get past because he didn't say what he was looking for, long term, short term, whatever.
Hmm.
Couldn't get past it. And he's like you're putting expectations out there, so you're gonna it's not working, it's not gonna work out. I'm like, I'm not gonna date somebody who I don't know what they're looking. Are you like, what are you looking for? Are you
Can
looking
I tell
for?
you something? Can I tell you something?
Mm,
He's manipulative. He's a manipulator.
yeah. So I was like,
I hate to
listen,
put him on blast. Whoever you are, you're a manipulator. When you say don't no, people should have an expectation. And it should be expressed and it should be respected. If you don't like my expectations, you can kick rocks.
yeah,
That's a fact. Anybody who
Yeah.
dismisses your concerns and your because your expectations are also your concerns. Anybody who's dismissive of your concerns and your expectations are dismissive of you. I wouldn't even look back at him 1 second. Nothing good can come of that
yeah, nothing good. It's
because
just so hard.
that's a strong statement when someone says something like that. As a man, you know what I
People
mean? Because
say
I've
that,
been on that side of the fence.
but people tend to say that a lot.
Yeah. And people tend to manipulate a lot. People tend to want their way a lot.
Yeah,
Life is about compromise. So everybody wants something. I get that too. But when if they're going to be dismissive of saying, "Hey, I have a time frame on it. You have a time frame for a reason." You know what I mean? We don't have a we have a finite time. That means we're not here forever. That means if we want to experience something by a certain time, we have the right to as a person say, "I don't have all the time in the world."
yeah,
So
yeah.
if
So he's like,
I'm
he
trying to
wrote,
find something, huh?
yeah, because I was like, you didn't say if it's long term. Like, what are you looking for? Long term, short term, what? And he's like, yeah, but how do you know you want to be with someone long term when you don't even know them? I'm like, no, you dumbass. Like, it's not you. I'm not looking to marry you. I'm looking for if it's a right fit long
Yeah.
term.
Yeah. Yeah. But
You
do
know
you
what's
think
crazy?
that men? I was gonna say, do you think that men confuse the two?
What?
No, I don't think men are confused.
You know, the difference
I don't think
between
they
being
confused.
long term. Excuse me.
No.
No, I think men are pussies.
Hmm.
I think men are scared. I think men have been hurt. I think men are a little bit tender. Now, I was one of the little tender motherfuckers running around. You know what I mean? Niggas are a little tender.
Hmm.
Men are being a little tender
I think he's definitely,
because they've been hurt.
yeah, exactly, because he wrote, I got that. He goes, but when you go in with expectations, you're setting yourself up for failure.
See that? See that? Why? If someone argues the negative, be weary of that also. In other
Hmm.
words, is why wouldn't you argue the positive? In other words, is why couldn't it work? Why couldn't this be a good thing? I appreciate you having a time limit. That way we're building towards something. When someone's arguing the negative, oh, what if it don't? No, you're already looking for the drop hammer. I was looking for the drop hammer. So my excuse
Hmm.
was, what if it doesn't work? So what if it doesn't work? So what?
So
Doesn't
it's
matter.
just men trying to avoid pain.
Men are trying to avoid pain and trying not to have consequence and ducking, basically manning up. It's not a
Hmm.
weak thing to engage with a woman and um, forming a relationship of whatever caliber you want, monogamous, the other stuff, polygamy, whatever, any of the things. But it's still hard to be in a relationship and really be in a relationship because if you're
Hmm.
looking to run, you're always talking about stuff that's going to have you run. So
So
that
you're
becomes
saying
problematic.
a lot of guys always look for the exit. Yeah.
Yes. Look, what was he talking about?
Yeah.
Christy, he was talking about the exit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You're in the very beginning talking about the exit. What do you think? What do you think is going on?
right.
You at the very end talking about the exit.
That's so stupid because I was so excited. He was a realtor for 9 years. I'm 10 years. Like, so I was like, "You do it full time?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh wow, you right?" Like, I don't know. And then like I was like, "Oh great, a candidate." And I'm like, "Oh no."
Well,
You're in The Price is Right.
I
Dun,
mean,
dun, dun, dun. Wow.
yeah, that's exactly how that. I gotta get that sound effect because that's exactly how it is. Dun, dun, dun,
Bum, bum,
dun.
bum, 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 bum. Wow.
That is so fucking crazy. Everything lined up. You know what I mean? I do find myself even now looking for the hammer to be, um, the hammer to be lowered on me. When you're used to dealing with a bad situation, that many parts of it is actually your fault. Has nothing to do with anyone else. You when it's you, sometimes it's hard to get through that you've changed enough to be worthy to have that type of situation. So you will
Mm,
begin to think of things to sabotage yourself, to sabotage your situation because you're
mm,
going through something where you don't feel you deserve to be happy. You don't deserve to 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 do that. You know what I mean? So men are going through a lot of stuff out there, but because they're going through what they're going through, they don't have the right to drag you down with them. Period.
Yeah.
cool.
That's a fact. I got somebody on who's on here. At Shannon 55. I
Oh,
just
what's
seen
up,
you. I'm
Shannon
sorry.
55?
Hey, what's up? We see you. We were a little bit late too. I was doing a little cooking demo for the sauce, the MOB sauce right there. Hey man, the Tiger Prime um with the jerk sauce, 10 out of
Oh,
10.
that sounds.
10 10
Oh, that sounds
10
good.
out of 10. 10 out of 10. Maybe
Oh,
five ingredients and the sauce. Super simple, 30 minutes. MOBs must be the sauce. Link definitely in the bio. Websites out there now. Y'all got a copper bottle. That it's incredible. I'm gonna cut it up. So what's out there now? I'll only be out there for a few minutes. And afterwards, I'm gonna take it down so I can cut it up through the program. But definitely had a ball. I had fun doing it. You know what I mean? And it tastes delicious. Christy, you got to get a freaking bottle. You're a
Yeah.
vegetarian. This is all vegetarian.
yeah.
Was organic and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made something for you.
Gluten free.
You
Aw.
know, I made something for Christy, and I'm wondering if she knows that. Hey, that's a bottle. It's only 19.95, two for
Yeah.
$35.95. Um, I love doing those little run-ons with all the other stuff that comes with it.
I
But
like
for
that
real,
you do your own
don't let
voiceovers.
don't. All right, I appreciate it. Don't let these clown ass dudes out there, even though they're realtors, or whatever he is, um, trick you into thinking that having a cap on time. I remember the last kind of relationship I had. Um, Things went left and everything, but definitely big, big, big part of it was my fault for acting like time had no consequence. So, this time adds up. You know what I mean? So if you're not going in that direction, you need
Mm,
to walk the fuck off. You know what I mean? So definitely for me, being guilty of that, like men should not do that. Your time limit should be respected. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody to jump in nothing like in a month or 3 months and be like, oh my God, we should be getting married. That's kind of crazy to me. But having a time limit like, yo, are we dating with intention? Are we really trying to get to know each other? You know what I mean? And yes, let it have some attraction too. Don't go crazy. But, make sure they got some substance. Is that fair, Christy? Some substance there?
mm.
Yeah. Yeah. You're preaching to the choir. That's why I'm still single, Harold.
Yes, yes. Don't worry. But again, I had to do some changing myself to get to where I'm at. I am. So some of it was me.
Well, like I said, we're all works in progress.
Absolutely. That's what you got to realize that you're a work in progress.
Everybody
If
is
you
at
go
all
in,
times.
yeah. So if you go into a position, you just can't go in with somebody who's a narcissist. Who believes for the greater good of the world. You can't. You got to be careful with that.
Aren't we right, brethren?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes you got. I mean, you really got to be open to change to get to places, as often quoted by a friend of mine. Um, to get to places you haven't been, you got to do things you haven't been willing to do. If
Hmm.
everything remains the same, then everything remains the same. So you got to change it up. You got to change your outlook. You got to change your preview, and what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got to look at something different. And if you look at something different, you're gonna find different things. But you can't, sit out here and do the
Right
same
on.
thing, go through the same um, rigmarole, same write up, same everything, and then say, "Why am I getting the same results? You're doing the same shit, time in, time out." But you want a different result. If you have not changed nothing in your routine of what you're looking for, no, I'm not talking just compromise of, oh, maybe I'll date a Republican. No, I'm not talking shit like that. I'm talking about how you talk to people when you're engaging them. Or you can have a meaningful conversation seeking connection. You know what I mean? And then when someone who's also seeking connection, they're gonna be receiving, and then you're gonna be receiving, and then that's how you build something. But when your conversation is, I don't know, lazy. You know what I mean? A lazy
Hmm.
conversation is a conversation based only on sexual penetration or experience. That's a lazy conversation. Where you want to be in 2 years, 3 years is a healthy conversation,
Hmm.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But
You know what I get after I
when
say
That is,
that?
what?
you making sense to me.
I when I say that kind of stuff, I get we're two grown people. We can do what we want to do.
Yes, and guess what we can do, baby? What we can do is we can try to see if we're able to build something.
Right.
That's what we can do as two grown people. And I understand if that's not what you're into, and that's cool. But there's at a certain age, your carnal what you want sexually. What those experiences, they're great. A1, still look forward to them. They're great, but there's nothing bigger than the experience of building something with someone. Every little part of the journey is what you should be trying to internalize, whether it's good or bad, letdowns or whatever. But the journey is irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. You know what I mean? So you
Mhm.
can't get that with just fucking. You can't get that. You can only get that with really building something. You know what I mean? It would have been beautiful if it was another realtor or something in that realm, because it would have been like, all right, let's build something. Let's
Mhm.
build anything. Building
Yeah.
is where it's at. Oh, let me look down for a second. Oh, that's Shannon 55. Surface level convo, but I'm deeper than that. Grown. Absolutely. Shout out to at Shannon 55. All right. So, but it's true. You want to have a a deeper conversation and understanding with people. That's going to be your mate, because then when you're under the weather, when you need to, you know, be a Superman, and you might only be 80% that day, they might get you up to 110. You know what I mean? You can't get that by yourself. They'll have that stuff on it. That's AI generated. You know what I mean? The stuff out here. Motivation comes from partnerships. So when we don't have partners, we find a tribe, and then we run with our tribe and try to get energy off of that. But ultimately, you're looking for your part. You're looking for the person. You know what I mean? For whatever you're into, to complete you. You know what I mean? So
Me.
they shouldn't. They should inspire you. Yeah, it should inspire you. Should inspire you to be more than what you thought you might could be. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Everything else we can get our damn selves. Well, what do we have here? At Shannon
I think that's
55,
where
conversation with
I think that's
intent when
the,
you are older and wiser. At Shannon 55. Facts. You type that back in there. All right. Got that in there. But that's true. I mean, do you desire a real conversation, Christy, when you talk to people?
Of course. What do you think I am?
Yeah, I'm asking. Let me tell you something. Some I know we don't have a lot of followers here, all right? Let's be honest. But we're picking up traction. We got at Shannon 55 is our first, and I will forever be remembering her for the remainder of my life. But I am telling you, people need to hear this
numero
because
uno.
a lot of people real talk, are misled. They're misled. You got a lot of crap going on out here. You got male bashing and women bashing at an all-time high. Very little understanding. The conversation is real salty. So, you know, there's not many women even daring enough to say, hey, I just want conversation. Everybody's talking one way. Oh, they better have a bag, or they better have their thing up, or you know what I mean? She ain't nothing. She don't cook, or whatever stuff they on. But they're not talking about real conversation. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a real conversation where someone's saying something real like, wow, why is it like this? You know what I mean? Why the first time you see me, I don't have on spandex or nothing in my pictures, but you're coming out me with the wild shit. You know, I noticed you're curvy. Yeah, well, you know, what the fuck does that mean?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm like, come the fuck on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like,
Don't
is
start with a
that's
negative.
no, that it's not even that it's a negative. They think it's a positive, and it's not supposed to be a negative. But it's not. It's
Mm,
not a positive neither. It's really like a stalemate. It's like, all right, you haven't grown past that.
mm,
I get it. I get it. I want to be. I want to be attractive to you.
mm.
It, fine. That's good. But what are we talking about? What are we really talking about here? Are we talking about a
Well, that's a
night,
good
a
list.
day, a week, or a month? What are we really talking about here? As far as what are we going to be exchanging here emotionally? You know what I mean? Maybe I don't have too much more currency, currency, emotional currency to be the person. I don't have that to spend on you. I want to maybe spend it with somebody that we're buying something together. If you know what I mean. I'm not talking about like an item. I'm talking about like we're buying something together. We're buying a good memory together. You know what I mean? I'm spending emotional currency. You know what I mean? So if I'm laying down with you, it's not just laying
I
down
think
with
you
you.
just hit a nail. I think you hit it. You hit the nail on the head. Where with that's basically an emotional and a maturity litmus test. That and I just had that aha moment just now because it's like that is a really good emotional and maturity litmus test. You know, you unfortunately, it's like you have to judge them on a combo. If you can't find anything to talk about other than, how you look, then, you, you're shallow.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm
Well, I think
shallow as
most.
hell, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm shallow. But I mean, I still want you to be attractive and everything to me. I mean, I would love to say that, you know, it
Yeah.
could be anything or anybody can get it, but it's not that. But when I talk about emotional currency, I mean, like, I only have so much space to care. I have almost my capacity to care for a number of people. You know, when you experience loss, when you experience major losses, you know what I mean, of people, of real souls out here that you believe to be good souls. When you experience those type of losses, you know what I mean, you're investing emotional currency in the people when you go out with them. You're
Hmm.
investing emotional currency with people when you're laying down with them. You know what I mean? When you're conversating, when you're building up dreams and goals, when you're sharing your dreams and goals, you're using emotional currency. Again, I'm guilty myself of having women spend emotional currency without reciprocating, and that was, you know, error on my part. It's something I've worked on. It's something I moved on from. I don't plan on ever being that person again. But
Mm.
it is something that I can tell you is a real thing out there. So, you know, it can turn good women into bad women. You know what I mean? It can aid in them, you know,
Mm.
acting out of character. And more men need to take responsibility for that. So, you know, so they know it's not just them, that they're not crazy. It's just that they are investing that, and we're not recognizing that. And so because it doesn't work out, we say, "Ah, you know, they was out of pocket." And it's not just that they're out of pocket, it's that you had them invest emotional currency and you didn't reciprocate. It wasn't a dollar amount. It was time, it was, you know,
Mm.
love and caring and thoughtfulness, and them daring to dream that they can be there longer than the time that you planned on them being there for. So there's a lot of ways to
Wow.
lie.
That's pretty deep, bro.
That's fucked up.
Fucked up. Pretty damn deep.
Hey, Christy, have you ever felt like you spent emotional currency
I spent
in a
it.
relationship? Yeah, like you spent emotional currency and you felt like it wasn't being reciprocated. Like people weren't spending it back. Like they weren't spending the time back or the care or the attention.
Yeah, for 6 years.
Oh Jesus. Well, you know what I'm talking about then.
Mm-hmm.
So again, uh, I can and I two things can be true at the same time. You know, things just don't work out. But again, there's some part of ethics to being a man, you know, or being in a relationship, man or woman or whatever, that you should, with your partner, express that, hey, I don't see it going anywhere, and not moving forward because you can, and stepping back so that someone can find their person. It's selfish to let people keep expending, you know, that much currency, and not to have it back. Now it's foolish for the other person to keep doing it. Don't get me wrong. Therefore, two things can be true at the same time. But you know, yo, did Christy come back in?
Sorry.
It's almost like emotional hoarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emotional what, Scott?
At Shannon 65. I lost my
It's
husband.
almost
Oh, I
like
gotta read this.
emotional hoarding.
At Shannon 55. I lost my husband of 9 years. Oh, why does it keep going out so quick? 9 years ago, Outlook has changed tremendously. You need emotional currency during grieving. Okay. Emotional currency during grieving. Oh, what's that over there?
But
Christy, you had
hey,
popped out and
Christy.
popped back in. I don't know what happened.
I what? You don't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Oh.
No, I hear you. But Christy, what I was saying is it's emotional hoarding. It's like you're holding on. It's like holding on to a toy that you're not using. You know what I'm saying? Or an
Hmm.
object that someone else could better use. It's like, you know, having someone spend emotional currency or and you not reciprocating it. It's the equivalent of, you know, hey, if you can't be what this person wants or expects and whatnot, then let them go.
Right.
You know, it doesn't mean that you can't be friends or you can't be, you know, but in that manner,
And some
in
I
that
would say
manner, it's like,
in most cases, or in a large number of cases, a lot of people you're not going to be able to be friends with,
mm,
and I'm gonna tell you why.
that's
Because
a
each
fact.
person's gonna look at the
Fact
other
away.
person. Because well, then one person like me, I may wish you the best and really mean it, but it's not going to be reciprocated,
Hmm.
and
Right.
it's hard for people to move on if you're still around their circle. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Like it is hard, and
Yeah.
a lot of women have been friends with me, after things didn't work out. But ultimately, I couldn't talk to them like that. They're moving on with someone else. I'm stepping on someone else's toes. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be there, even
Mm,
though we we cool, but she got to move on, and that's a whole different tribe, and there's got to be respect for the opposite in that relationship, male, women, or whatever.
mhm,
You know what I mean? So in order for the respect to be there, I have good friends that I don't talk to right now because I'm not gonna make their new man who's cool with me feel any type of way because they don't need to wonder. You know what I mean? They don't need to wonder.
mhm,
They need to know that the people that they talk to are of quality. That for me, if you say, hey,
mm,
um, you know, is such and such talking to you, be like, nah. But matter of fact, to make you be at ease, you don't ever have to worry about me talking to him. Because once you got to ask, that already is too much for me. It means that I should be in my lane of not being in the lane at all. You know what I mean? Where they got to worry about it. Because I
mm,
don't want to be in the middle of that. Because I didn't promise them anything. I'm not trying to have them spend emotional currency on me. I'm not trying to spend it on them. So I need to be out the way. So sometimes you got to be out the way. You got to learn to walk away. A lot of people just like this drag it the fuck out. For years. I was one of them
you
at
always
at
said that
some
was
point.
number one.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But don't let somebody
Yeah, you
drag
always
something
said
out
that that
because
was
they don't
life
know
rule number one.
what.
Yeah, I said that you always said that that's life rule number one. Stay out the way.
Mm, oh, bless you,
God
Thanks.
bless you.
Thanks.
bless you, my child.
So saith the flesh. So saith the shepherd.
Man, the Book of Heralds is gonna be something else. But no, I just think at the end of the day, um, just be when when someone's trying to be dismissive of your time, make sure that you know that your time is quality. It's worth something. So it shouldn't be dismissive. If a minute of my time, an hour of my time, a day of my time, a month of my time, a year of my time is very valuable. So it should be
Mm,
talked to as such. It should be spoken to as such that it's valuable. My time is freaking
mm.
valuable. So if you say, "Oh, you shouldn't be rushing, you shouldn't be expecting," why shouldn't I? If I go to get in my car, I expect it to turn on and go down the street. What's
You
the difference?
told, I think you're contradicting yourself.
Why?
Remember our conversation about coach?
Yeah. What
You
about
told me
Coach?
that I was jumping the gun. So Scott,
On what?
if 7 months
On
go
what?
by, don't you think that you need to be like, okay, what are we doing here?
Absolutely.
Uh, repeat that again,
You're
please.
seeing somebody for 7 months. Do you think like that's enough time to be like, what are we doing? Like he should,
Well, I mean, whoever, whichever person is asking the question, you have the right to ask that question because as Harold said, you have to look at your time as valuable. If you think that you got all the time in the world, you know, everybody can't look at things the same way. But
They can't.
yo, I agree. Everybody has to look at the value of their time, and if it's you or what, like, and let's just, I'm just using just for instance, if it was you and me, and we were talking, if I was, you know, if the shoe were on the other foot, and I'm like, hey, we've been going out for like 6, 7 months, whatnot, hey, where is this going? Or if you're asking a question, where is this going? Either one of us has the right to know.
right?
And not feel like they're being put on the spot. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
that's
oh my
another thing.
God, it's the
And that's why I said it's a beginning of a relationship conversation. It's not a down the road conversation. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, you have
Dating
to
with
feel each
intention.
other out, right? So, like, okay, so the realtor guy, right? Yes, you need to know, is he
Hmm.
looking for long term or short term? But then after that, it's going to take months about, right? To be like, okay, yeah, I think I would want to go further with this person. Like, I would want to commit, right? I mean, so it does, there are steps to this, but it's time sensitive.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's time sensitive. It's like produce. If it's around too long, it's gonna be rotten.
Yeah.
You got to do something with it. You got to
yeah.
either
You
cook it or
but
eat
you
it.
but you gotta,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, in your head, if like I said, everybody and everybody involved has a right to have expectations and whatnot.
Right.
And if each one, if they're not congruent, then it's, and you may not find out that they're not congruent until you've gotten to know them a little bit longer, more than
Right.
a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 months or whatever. It's gonna take time, but if they're
Yes, it's
if they're
gonna
on the
take time.
bullshit, it's gonna show.
Yes, it's gonna show. But again, you can a lot of stuff. I'm giving people games so that they can get it in the beginning. If you want to waste
Mhm.
3, 4 months, find out a person that's not for you is going to be for you. I invite you to do so. But that's wasting your time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But if you really want to know, they're going to give you cues of what they're on, and you can cut through the red tape.
Mhm.
That's less people for you to go through. Don't think about it as, oh, I'm missing people, and I keep. You're not missing something that you don't need. You know what I mean? If you're not,
Mm.
if you're not going to miss a knife wound to your chest, you're not going to miss that. So if you can avoid it, if you can avoid it,
That's a fact.
avoid it. And if a man who's been less than an ideal man for a mate is telling you all these signals, you know what I mean, and I'm batting 1,000, you know what I mean, I'm giving you game for free.
Mhm.
I'm giving you game for free. If you want to be a victim, that's you. You want to be a victim then. But if I'm going to give you the game and say, hey,
Mhm.
if a man says this to you, this is what he means. You should listen.
Mhm.
Outside of that, you are the problem. It's not anything else because you're not listening. You're not internalizing the information. You're not overstanding. You're not digesting it. because you have a fantasy that's in contradiction with success. You know what I mean? Somebody says, "Hey, if you eat 1,000 donuts, you'll be the fastest man on the planet." He's lying to you. You can't keep running down the road doing that. You know, you have to put. I knew I was living foul. I knew I was living wrong. I knew I was. It was a no end road. You know what I mean? There was not going to be any comfort. There was no going to be any belief in the end. You know what I mean? Like I knew where I was going, and I said I had to stop because I seen the players at the end looking tired and sad and no inspiration. You know what I mean? And then what are you going to do? Find more younger and stupider women to deal with, to exploit or something? No, you have to man up and be a man and do the things that men need to do. Be understanding, be attentive, listen, be strong. Strong is not just lifting up weights. Strong is being able to carry the weight. You know what I mean? Women become heavy at times. You know what I mean? But you got to be able to carry the weight. You got to be like, hey, you know what? Sometimes I got to suck it up, be quiet, just listen. Don't fix shit. Just listen. If I say something, do what I say. Simple. You know what I mean? Outside of that, we can talk about it. If you pick a mate that you can't talk to, that's your fault. But I suggest you get away because you can't talk to them. You know what I mean? It's real simple. And if you're scared that a conversation that you're going to have in the beginning is going to scare people off, they're not worth keeping around. If you can't talk to people about the whatever shit when you first meet them, they're not worth being around. You know what I mean? You can laugh about it. You can be like, hey, it ain't for me. I get you. But I'd rather have that conversation in the beginning. I don't want to be off putting like, oh my God, I think in a year we should be married. No psycho shit. But I'm like, yo, kind of like to go with intent. My coochie is not public. I'm not trying to fuck everybody. So I would appreciate a long-term relationship that has a purpose because I'm career driven. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here, selling shacks. I'm out here selling houses. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I'm getting my hair did. You know, like you got
Here
this
we
shit.
go
This
again.
shit ain't free. This shit ain't free. Luxuriously, where my homies can't tell who the fuck I am. Okay, this ain't the kickball hairdo. This is the shit. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You hear me?
Woke up this
So
way.
I mean, I woke up this way. I bullshit. What my man said, little kid, a
The
bullshit.
bullshit. What bullshit? The bullshit.
It's like, nah. I knew something was. I told you when I said, "Yo, what you do?" She said, "I sold out." I was like, "Yeah, I knew something was up." I was like, "That's not
That's
normal."
not true. It was just overdue. I could afford
At
to
the
do
same time that
Overdue.
it.
check came in. At the same time that check came in, it was overdue.
Oh God.
Hey,
And she had the before and
hey.
after. You know what I'm saying? If you had the before and after, you doing
I'm
it.
serious.
What does At Shannon say? Pay attention to the person's actions and inactions. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Christine, on your next date, you're going to be like, yo, listen here. You got about 6 months to get your shit together. Now, we ain't going to play no games here. You got to get this shit out the mud
Hey,
right now.
kickball.
I ain't playing no games. I'm in 7 leagues. You need to be in 6 of them. Okay? This is what's going down.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? We march on the 17th. You know what I'm saying?
God.
There will not be any meat at our reception. Okay.
Oh, stop.
Would you do that?
Damn.
If you had a wedding, would you be like it's gonna be vegetarian through the whole thing? Would you do that?
No.
Why not?
Why
You
would I
need to
put
take a
anybody through that?
stand.
Huh?
Why wouldn't you? It'd be awesome. You know
No,
what I mean?
nobody wants that.
Me as the I don't care what they want. I just like the fun of it. Like, come on, you know how uncomfortable I would be fine, but I would just look at everyone's face and be like, "Yo, look at this shit." They're like, "What the fuck is this cauliflower?"
I'll
Yeah.
I
serve
would
like
love some
the
shit like that.
I'll serve like the impossible meat. People won't even
Oh
know.
my god, yeah, yo, you know how pissed people get at Impossible Meat?
They
They
won't
be
even know.
that
If you
shit's
don't tell them, I'm telling you, they wouldn't know.
it's made in a fucking lab. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. I would know.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You would know.
I
You
don't know
would
if you
know.
would know.
I would know.
I don't know. Cause mom cooked the stuffed potatoes and she used the Impossible Meat. And I remember we was working at we was doing a gig at the VFW and the dude he was like,
Hmm.
I did not know that was meatless because his wife gave it to him, didn't say nothing to him. You know what I mean? Like, so some of that stuff, if the right person get a hold of it, I would guess. I don't know. But you're not a cook like that. You don't cook Impossible Meat, do you?
Yeah,
You do?
yeah.
What do you make? Like an Impossible Meatloaf? I know we're off subject, but I gotta know. I didn't know you
Yeah.
cooked at all, to be honest. I thought you lived off of fucking bird seed. I swear to God. I swear to God. Like you I thought your diet was innocence and honesty. I thought that was your diet. You know what I'm saying? Like I, I had no fucking clue. You know what I'm saying? It's Christy. She eats nothing but innocence and honesty. You know what I'm saying? Like, what
Yeah. And
the fuck?
No, I use it in like stuffed peppers or
unicorn clouds.
tacos. I don't know.
No, but what I'm saying is you actually cook things.
Yeah, I'm still alive. I have to keep myself alive.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I think you just live off of good intentions, man. Like, listen, Christy, let me say this, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, you are a ninja of the. You only see her like take something and snack on it, and then she eats it as if it's the best thing on the plate. It could be a piece of celery, and she be like, "Oh my god, you see how this?" I'm like, "What the fuck?
This
It's
is the
just."
best celery in the world. Oh my God, this is the greatest celery.
No, listen,
Do you
I'm
have some
telling
peanut
you, she
butter?
like, you checked out this dip I just made.
Oh, it was marvelous. It was delicious.
Oh my god, man.
Hey, she'll have the greatest stuffed celery at her doggone wedding.
No bullshit. I'm just saying, I really thought like, I mean, Christy, because I swear, I mean, like, I seen you eat a cookie, like a salad thing or something, but like never too much, man. It's like I ate a cracker, you know what I'm saying? Like some dip, no hummus. I
Oh,
think you had some hummus. I
Oh,
think
that's
you
my
had hummus in there.
favorite.
Yeah,
ooh.
yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, listen, particularly nothing. You know what I'm saying? And now she's wowing me with this whole impossible. You know, I make tacos out of it, right? I'm like, what? You
What?
cook? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
I was surprised. It takes a lot to surprise me, but that got me. Who knew? Christy cooks. You know what I'm saying? It's no longer Christy
Hey,
G.
that's what's up, Christy.
Thank you. I try.
What you what did you
My,
make for dinner yesterday,
my,
Scott?
yesterday. I'm steak and gravy with mashed potatoes the other day.
Okay, you made biscuits and gravy.
Cube steak.
You made cube. All right, cube steak. I haven't heard cube steak in a long ass time.
Yeah,
No
I took.
bullshit. Where did you even find that shit at? Was it a delicatessen or something? Like I haven't heard the cube steak in a long ass
No,
time.
at Publix.
Did it make a comeback? I mean, I would
Well,
ask Christy, but she's a
it's
vegetarian.
like country. But yeah, it was. I took the leftover potatoes from the pot roast, made those into mashed potatoes, and then I uh, thickened the gravy and seared the steaks and hooked them up. Yeah,
Oh, that's what's up. You put the onions in it.
yeah, onions and the peppers, all that.
Yeah, yeah. Cube steaks without onions and peppers. That'd be kind of crazy. All right. I
Yeah,
mean, shit.
I've been starting to take more interest in cooking again. So like I said, especially cooking for the family and stuff. That's my way of trying to show appreciation.
Yeah, I love the prop roast the other day. That was over the top good. OD good.
Yeah, I want to make
Yeah.
sure that y'all enjoyed that.
Well, appreciate it.
So
All right, let's
you'll
wrap it
get
up
a
and
you'll
get
get
out
a
of
meal
here.
out of me once a month.
11:13. Got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Hope you guys buy the sauce. Please buy the sauce. Website is up now. Link is definitely will be in the bios of all these things here. I gotta start. I think it's actually going to be up top. So maybe link in the bio up top. I'm going to do it. Yep. The mugs are available also. Mobs get the sauce. Christy get the sauce.
Hey.
I like to show off some merch, so
And these are
get
very
you a
high
cup.
quality tumblers.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm
these
gonna
are
have the
super high
avatar.
quality.
I think I'm gonna have the avatar
And
with. I'm gonna send her a picture of an avatar of her with one of the products on it, so I could say link in the bio, and we're all on point. What do you think, Christy?
Whatever.
Yeah, you ever remember the movie? Not the movie, the TV show Home Improvement,
Yes.
and the dude over the fence, and all you seen was like his hat.
Yeah.
That's who you are.
Wilson,
That you know what I'm saying?
Wilson.
Wilson, yeah.
Yeah.
Christy. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta we gotta make sure that the avatar's hair is done flawless.
Okay.
And the avatar
Yeah,
needs to have a before and after.
luxurious.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
The bottle of jerk sauce says, I'm a vegetarian, bitches. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Oh wait, there's something here before we go. What does it say? Love hummus Christy and Cube Stick has not gone anywhere. What'd she say? Cube Stick has not gone anywhere.
Hey,
I'm
hell no.
obligated to cook. That's right. Shout out again to at Shannon55, man. She catches all the podcasts now, man. Shout out. I like the tumbler Scott has. All right, well we got make sure that you order one. The link will be in the bio for them because they're available now. Um, I'll put out there, or you send a message through with the email, and we'll send you the link to get the tumbler. All right, Scott, you're covering your nose, which is hard to do. All right. Once again, good night from me, Harold, who knows absolutely
Nothing.
nothing,
Nothing.
and Scott Black Rambo and Christy G.
Christy G.
Wow. We gotta really get a script together for the fucking end of this shit, because this is ridiculous. It's a free fall. That's all it is. It's a free fall every fucking time.
Dun, dun,
All
dun,
right.
dun.
Good night, y'all, from the show, man. We'll catch you guys on Sunday. I promise you I will see Mike Jack movie before the podcast. I'm gonna take my mom out to Mother's Day. Me and my brother are gonna take mom out for Mother's Day and go see Mike Jack. All right.
Hey,
Let's go.
bye.
Au revoir.